Diego.
I'm with the cash like Diego.
God. Yeah, all these diamonds on me go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters on me just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, got a dime piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. Yeah, they don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego. Solitaire. Earrings, they be shining, keep blinded. Ain't met up, yeah, I can't. Since I got rich, and she say I'm just cause I took her on the island. The money keep on piling. Talk to me, yeah. Better talk nice. Fucking up with the fettuccine, they both dead, can't talk twice. Know they pray on my downfall, everything I do, I gotta walk like. Let them in, jacket off, rich, so I'm off life. God. Yeah, all these diamonds on me go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters on me just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, got a dime piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. Yeah, they don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego.
Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up, you the type to pay hitters. Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up, you the type to pay hitters.
Pit stop, here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. Shit, gotta go, we don't move, it's scary.
Last time a shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like it's Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime, we on switch sides. She thinks she love me, but she fell in love with my rich side. I got it for less, flip that, then I got on a check. Dispatch, then we go on a race. Switch it up if that other place. Mix it up, got a lot on my plate. Got the broccoli and cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak, no one wrong way. Richer than me, this ain't up for debate. You out of love. Maybach, lay back, matte black, just to on your truck. Now I'm in the AMG with the all black tint. They don't know it's me, but they got a little hint. How you worry about it when you can't pay rent? I've been there. Lago and Bowie, I went there. Off of MLK, used to live there. Basketball on the tier, used to win there. Up in the cell at 17. Back in jail with no bail at 19. Up the road with a life as at 20. Made my first 100,000 at 23. Now who is he or who is she to speak on my name when you ain't me? Why these talking I'm overseas? Biggie Smalls when I move, it was all a dream. Keep on talking and talking that pump me up. Call me lucky, I guess I got dummy luck. Give it a play and then it is time. Better believe he gon' it up. Hey, he might snitch on YouTube. Say that you was up and put that on YouTube. Why you always rapping about it that you do? Why you always rapping about it that you do? Hey,
If it's up like that, it's stuck like that. If it's up like that, it's stuck like that.
Sometimes my feelings are blind. Sometimes I can't even give it a try.
Sometimes I keep it inside, but still I cry. Still I cry.
Yeah, alright, I got him. T-Stead, look, yeah. Full court press, so full blitz, we going all out. It don't matter any time of day, I came to ball out. We TCG, never duck a smoker, any call out. Better be ready to go to war until we fall out. 0 to 60 like Ludacris, we came to roll out. You know I gotta get my check, so please don't make me hold out. Bust down Cuban, a summer day, I make it cold out. They was hot then, now they cold now. Left wrist dripping, I got it froze now. Went from rags to riches, take the clothes now. My name heavy all across the globe now. We ain't playing HBCU, I strike up the band. Stomping on them like a cute dog or alpha man. In Miami, hard rock jumping like a rock band. You know me, I love my green and tees like a Packers fan. I'm a player, gotta keep it player, how the game go. With the steppers, I ain't gotta tell them, they just train to go. Calling plays and I'm calling shots like the head coach. First class, so we take the private, we don't do coach. They was hot then, now they cold now. They was hot then, now they cold now. They was hot then, now they cold now.
Dirty,
Yeah, you know we global with it. Black fit, limo tint, you don't know who in it. Whole team having motion, world know who winning. I'm known for handling business, the other dudes known for dissing. Big motion, boy, big vibing, boy. Tell them pipe that loud talk down, cause they ain't making noise. Yeah, homie, we them boys, who they be preaching about. If you see LT around, Reballo's bound to make a crowd. Let it try.
Eeny, meeny, mo, I knock them down 3 in a row. From the street straight to the field, from the field right to the show. All my dogs is trained to go. Make sure my people don't work no more. Been let down so many times and stabbed my back. I swear it don't hurt no more. Got dirt all on my hands, but I still watching and count this money. I had to stop rocking so many chains. I was trying to work out and it hurt my stomach. I get them wrapped, that boy mommy. Black on black, this Maybach done. When times was dark, we stood on the block around the clock. Now my life, son. I had to make it out. Rest in peace to Dolph. I took that paper out. Wanted some more laying out on the dough and bought my neighbor's house. I done done so many favors for some people. Feel like I'm favored out. No eating in, we taking out. Same people who was cheering, they hating now. But so what? Dan Marino seats inside this Rolls truck. They Dolphin blue. Big homie, y'all little boys better remember who y'all talking.
Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Justin Fields and the Washington Commanders taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Tonight we are back to football. It's the Thursday opener for 2024, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Washington Commanders. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here in the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
fall around the corner. Football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. And Burrow going to throw again. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he's down inside the 15. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
It's not often you talk about statement drives coming right at the start of a game, but that was some statement there. That drive took them the length of the field, and as I look at the clock, ate up nearly the entire first quarter as well. Great work up front, clearing space, and an ideal finish on the touchdown run.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Lamb gets the green light. He'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Robinson with another carry. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Robinson will try to pick it up, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On play action, Fields steps away. He finds his man, complete. It's Lamb. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Off play action, Fields sliding out of the pocket. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Robinson up the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Boy, 2 long, sustained drives by each team to start things out. It's kind of similar to how the pitch clock has shortened baseball games. That means we'll be out of here quickly if we get a few more drives like that. We're in the second quarter now, and we've only had 1 drive apiece, each of which have ended with touchdowns.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down, here's Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the break. Fields going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium as they'll match up against the Cleveland Browns. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals. And finally, a good one scheduled for Monday Night Football between the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just one touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. 69 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. DK Metcalf, 64 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there is no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Burrow will throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. On the give, here's Robinson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Again, it's Robinson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hand off now to Robinson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Back now at FedEx Field. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
He'll buy some time right. That is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And they're going to speed things up here. Play action. It's Fields on the move to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On the run, it's Robinson. And some room to work. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to Robinson now on first down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 3rd and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Here's Fields. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So here we go. It's Jake Moody now in a big spot. This to perhaps salt this one away. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within one score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the fourth quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Burrow. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now Burrow. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Here's 1st down. Here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Clock showing 18 seconds for 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing, Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one. And love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for the Commanders, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Taking on the Chicago Bears.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Here's Richie James on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And this would be his second NFL start. Last week was about what you'd expect to see from a rookie quarterback. Had some good moments, but not enough to lead his guys to victory. Now we'll have to see how he handles adversity because on the college level, he didn't lose a whole lot of games.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A check on the numbers by Moore last week. 7 catches, 108 for the yardage and the score, too.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards, and not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. You talk about this Washington defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
And he will have the Bears first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. This defense for the Commanders, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll drop to throw. Good move at the 30. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That'll be caught by James. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They run the option on 2nd down. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. We're scoreless after 1. Here is 3rd down and 4. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Yards is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40.
And And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Fields rolling to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give left side to Robinson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 14. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Robinson. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. They'll run with Robinson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Robinson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. But the Bears going to take over now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Has his man. That's James. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. On first down, it's Fields. Out to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Fields rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. They'll roll him out right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and controlled you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And in the second quarter, it is the Eagles who are out in front. A.J. Brown, a touchdown catch.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. To throw is Fields. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 40. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense, and they were able to do it.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. This is 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Josh Allen. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try the middle with Cook.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. They run it again with Cook. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is now 10-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And quickly they get to the line.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3, 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Fields.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Back to throw. Fields.
Flushed out right.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
2nd and 11 now.
Left side, Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
There you go.
I'm with the cash like Diego.
God. Yeah, all these dumps on me go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters on me just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, got a dime piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. Yeah, they don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego. Solitaire. Earrings, they be shining, keep blinded. Ain't met up, yeah, I can't. Since I got rich, and she say I'm just cause I took her on the island. The money keep on piling. Talk to me, yeah. Better talk nice. Fell in love with the fettuccine, they both that can't talk twice. Know they praying my downfall. Everything I do, I gotta walk like. Let them in, jacket off. Rich, so I'm off life. God. Yeah, all these dumps on me go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters on me just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, got a dime piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. Yeah, they don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego.
Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up. You the type to pay hitters. Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up. You the type to pay hitters.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. I ain't got a, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got a minute feeling.
Today, it's Madden NFL football. It's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. You talk about this Washington defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Is caught out left by Bell. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Chubb running right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 16 carries, 62 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done. Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Here is 3rd and 5. Robinson up the middle. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, here's Robinson. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 16 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind, he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Play action. Fields sliding out of the pocket. And out of bounds right around the 20. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
On play action, Fields steps away to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. Boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And Jake Moody now on for the field goal. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. 3rd down and 1. Now it's Watson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. A shotgun snap for Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. Here's Watson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw is Watson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now Watson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. York able to send this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals. The combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Big yardage that time for Washington. And even 40 yards.
Man, it's good to see you out there, baby. When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance. And this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary. And that's a job well done there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Handoff now to Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Fields. Catch is made by Metcalf. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Commanders. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first down throw, Watson. It's caught, Cooper. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields on the move to his left. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Here's Robinson. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Fields now to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
To throw on third down. Fields. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle but couldn't spring himself free. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're looking at fourth down now in this tie ball game. Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming, 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And this Browns defense stands tall. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Here's Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now Washington trailing 17-10. A little over a minute and a half remaining. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Now Fields. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their...